in Germany, I'm Adam Rayford, SCMP with Staff Base Academy. Thanks for watching, Mom. Now, if you've ever tried to plan a party, you know that sometimes it's kind of hard to plan a good party. It depends on a number of factors. The mood, the guests, the music, the food, the venue, and even when you got it all planned out, sometimes things just don't turn out as expected. Thanks, COVID. Trying to plan for audience interaction in your communication strategy can be very similar. And with some messaging, interaction is exactly what you're looking for. In our video on employee voice, we already touched on audience interaction. In this video, we're going to dive a bit deeper, show you how to engage employees, and give you some good ideas. So today, we'll talk about the strategic value of interaction, how to make your content interactive, and how to get started. Let's do it. First up, the value of interaction. Interaction is an important part of the comms cycle because it means that you and your employees are having a conversation. And there are benefits to this because interaction and engagement really helps employees understand content. As we saw in the communication escalator in our video on channels, interaction becomes even more important for topics that involve big change. Communicators naturally understand the value of interaction, but this means that sometimes we fall into the trap of acting as community managers on too many subjects. So what can we do instead? Think about your organization's top strategic priorities and prioritize those when designing your engagement strategy, especially if these topics are about bringing change. Then place secondary focus on supporting and enabling other interactions, if they'll strengthen your comms platforms, channels, and community. As communicators, we always need to be mindful of our resources. With any project, ask yourself, why am I doing this, and what's the goal? Next up, how to make your content interactive. A story we often hear is this. A senior leader shared their first post on our comms platform and was disappointed that no one reacted or commented. It's not always easy to get the conversation going. Some topics just suck, but there are things you can do to encourage interaction. Here's 5 ideas. First, give a clear call to action. This means tell your employees exactly what you'd like them to do. Do you want them to like, to comment, to add a picture, and then make it really easy for them to share. Make sure you think about this clearly in advance and articulate it well and make it easy for them. You can even give them an example of what you mean by sharing yourself. Let's take a look. A senior leader could share that your organization wants to make a donation to one of 2 charities. Each charity is represented by an icon. Employees can then vote on their preferred charity by commenting with the icon. Second idea, guide the conversation. Some topics might be great for engagement, but hot button topics that are going to open a whole can of worms and you risk steering the audience away from your intended strategic area. Here's where comms can guide the conversation and keep them on topic. Here's an example. Say you want interaction on a post about the future of the home office policies in your organization. Your message could include opinions from 3 employees on the topic. 1 for home office, 1 for hybrid models, and 1 for an office presence culture. You can then ask your employees which one they agree with. Number 3, make it relatable. Employees are more likely to interact with content if they feel that it's close to them. The senior leadership perspective might feel too strategic, but an employee sharing how they're impacted gives it relevance. Here's what we mean. At Staff Base, an employee recently shared her story of struggling with migraines. She explained what they are and how they challenge her career. This post became highly interactive, with many employees sharing their own experiences as well as their appreciation for raising the topic. So when you're preparing your communication on behalf of leaders, think about how you can strike a balance between high-level strategy and your employees' everyday experience. Relatability is also why interest groups are a powerful place for interactions, but it requires groups to be specific so the content is relevant to all of its members. We're getting into the have fun section. Many communicators think that encouraging online social interaction within their company is unprofessional and doesn't belong in the communication platform. But actually, research on cognition, flow, and performance all point in the same direction. Small, fun breaks with easy interaction actually support productivity. And here's why. We're going to talk about some brain stuff now. Our brains divide tasks among 2 systems, and these systems demand different amounts of energy. Analytical tasks are more tiring. That's System 2. Small talk, light interactions and stories, on the other hand, can support recovery and be refreshing, and they are part of System 1. Here are a few ideas on how you can activate System 1. Make your content conversational and easy to digest. Keep it short, light, and fun. Make it visually appealing and easy to skim. And make use of stories or games. Which brings us to idea 5, gamification. Games are a great way to engage employees. Who doesn't like to win a prize or earn a badge? So they can be a great way to incentivize interaction, especially if you want to encourage employees to engage with richer formats like images or videos. You can host a competition, do quizzes, or play any other games. Here's an example. One of our retail customers ran a longest bill competition. Employees were asked to take photos of the longest receipts that they saw and upload them to the platform. And the winner got a prize. Now, we did say interaction was hard to plan. So what can you do to get started? Back to planning parties. If you've never planned a party before, you probably wouldn't start with a festival. Maybe a kid's party, a baby shower, or a small birthday among friends. The same goes for employee interaction. Start small and try things out. Maybe do one experiment per month and then gradually scale up your activities from there. This also works for your employees because it gives them time to adjust and to warm up. And then, when something big happens, you'll be ready and know exactly what to do. One of the great benefits of modern employee app and intranet solutions is that analytics help you learn by showing you the impact of your work. That includes valuable insights on when best to share content and which formats most engage your employees. Also, don't spend too much time planning. Interaction is dynamic, and things don't always turn out the way that you expect them to. And if a particular topic just isn't popular and isn't catching on, don't be afraid to sunset that particular channel and reprioritize other content. And lastly, don't be afraid to fail. Many highly successful companies are fast learners because they embrace the idea of failure. And that's no different for communication, because those failures might be the seeds of your next success. And one last thing, create clear interaction guidelines. That way employees understand how to interact, and it gives you grounds upon which to moderate comments. We hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to watch the rest of the videos in this series and check out our additional resources. Take care and see you next time.